Okay, I'm going to be doing my podcast, screencast on Skeleton Creek, The Crossbones. This book is about two kids. Sarah is one of them, and she just is really adventurous and just likes to go on adventures and do everything. And so it's about the two kids who go start out on going on adventure, and then they find a map with clues on it and riddles and stuff about finding more places to go to get more clues so they can find their last thing that they need. And then they go on another adventure which leads them to dangerous events. They know it's getting more dangerous as they go on, but they don't care. They need to find out what this map leads to. And then at the end, what they end up finding really isn't what they were expecting. This quote, Skeleton Creek, The Crossbones by Patrick Carman. A couple of days ago, I walked past a parked car I'd never seen before. The owner had slapped a crooked blue bumper sticker on the trunk. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't really out to get you. I have never read a truer statement in my life. I am sure someone or something is out to get me. Whatever it is, escaped from an abandoned dredge and has leaked out into the rest of the world. I chose this quote from the book because it's what he was thinking and acting like the whole book. He was thinking while he was going on adventures that people were watching him, and the ghost of old Joe Bush was watching him. And yeah, the Crossbones is like a group, and there's the Apostle. The people in the group are the Apostle, the Raven, and things like that. And so yeah, this book is really interesting. Throughout the book, there's like a website called sarahfincher.com, and then it gives you a password to type into that website, and then you go and see the videos that go along with the book. So I think that was really cool. And I think that because this book is in all capitals, so I think the effect is really cool because it's like more scarier. Yeah. It kind of gets confusing throughout the book because it talks about the Raven and Apostle, which are in the Crossbones group, and I didn't really get that, but the theme is pretty much adventure and being an adventure and everything. In the beginning, on page 4, it talks about this is how they start out their adventure. They start out looking in the woods for a ghost, and then the ghost called Old Joe Bush. They go to an abandoned dredge, which was haunted by him, and it was protected by that group, the Crossbones. And he talks about how his dad was a group member, and he didn't know really about him. They went to the place, the dredge, and they found why it was being protected, because the floorboards were filled with $40 million worth of gold. And then, yeah. And in the middle where it talks about the theme adventure is because she goes on adventures for him because they find the map, and then she ends up having to move. And so they text and call each other. And she goes on the adventures where the clues tell him. First, together they figure out where the clues are going. And so, yeah, she goes on adventures for him and finds out more clues, and she records them, and that's why you have to go to the website to look at the videos that she recorded. And then in the end, where it talks about it, is around page 198, and it's where they finally find the last clue to go look in the library, and they have to dig up the library, pretty much inside of the library, but the librarian, Gladys Morgan, doesn't want them to, but the mayor is really interested in adventure, so he gets the key to the library and lets them go in there. And in the end, they end up finding books and the missing set the library has lost a long time ago. And yeah, I think that was really, well, pretty much dumb that they found books. And yeah, so that's my screencast.